What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Satisfactory 1.2. Now, at the end of the last episode, I said, and we are going to pick this up in the next episode. I'm literally just going to stop recording and then hit record again and continue on. However, I decided to just go ahead and finish it because I just wanted to get this done. And this was purely for packaged rocket fuels for my jetpack. And the reason I went ahead and finished it up, and it looks terrible, I'm just gonna say it right now, it looks so bad, especially this part, and I've hidden everything else because just below here there's so much clipping, there's so much just craziness happening. But we got our drone ports set up, they're bringing in iron plates and I think canisters. I don't even remember, man. I just whipped this up so fast and just did whatever it took to get the job done, despite how it looks. So we got all of our packagers, or this is, yeah, packaged nitric acid, which is then being shipped over to the power plant. And we'll go over there, so we need to go southeast. I'm just gonna fly. Now, I'm gonna need you guys to keep an open mind and cut me some slack here, because this is not pretty. This is not pretty at all. But it's functional, damn it. That's all I care about. So, yeah, we got this doing packaged rocket fuel, which is going into dimensional depots and all that good stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty terrible over here. So if we fly around, there's floating buildings everywhere. I mean, at a glance it looks good, but if you take a closer look, like there's just craziness happening. But we're pretty much done with all of this over here anyway, so there's not going to be much more added. And that is because today we start nuclear power. This is going to be a multi-episode undertaking, so this week is probably going to be nothing but nuclear power plant. And I've already scouted out locations in the desert to work with. So over there I have, you can see the little beam right there, and up on the compass I have the uranium node marked already. So we're gonna probably, I actually don't know how I want to do this because, well, I guess we could use the water there, but we have a lot of stuff to do today. Because on the agenda for today, to start out the nuclear power plant, is first we have to platform, do up all of our foundations and all that good stuff. And then I have to rig everything up for power so I can, you know, hover pack around and have power connections as we build. And then I need to run, probably get all of my resources. Yeah, we're gonna have to buy a bunch of stuff from the awesome shop because I need 2 miner Mark IIIs. Hold on, let me just bring up Satisfactory Modeler. So this is a very crunched up view of what I have and what I am cooking up. So I need 2 miner Mark IIIs here, and then another miner Mark III here. And technically I probably don't even need it because 600, because these are iron, so I need 500 here, and I need 600, about 700 right there. So that's 1200. I can do miner Mark IIs, but just to future proof, I'm just gonna do miner Mark IIIs here, and then 1 miner Mark III here for the limestone, which I need 675, which is obviously over the capacity I can do for miner Mark IIs. And 780, I capped it at 780 because we only have Mark V belts, so we can't even handle over 780 anyway, so I have to underclock that stuff. But it's future proof. It is future proof. But we've got all of this. That's 5, 15, 16, 17. Oh no, wait, these are smelters. This belongs here. So we've got 5 to 16 smelters. And then we actually, I could just bring this menu up. I know it cuts off a little bit. The resolution's kind of weird. But we have 25 constructors, 7 assemblers, 22 water extractors. Yeah, we have our work cut out for us. And this is all to make 10 nuclear power plants. And also, I forgot to add to the list that we need to put these in a container somewhere out in the abyss. So that should be fun. So my plan for the uranium waste is to get 100 storage containers. And that, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 48 slots. So if going to the calculator, 48, and they stack to 500. So that's 24,000 uranium waste that we could put into the industrial storage container. And then obviously times 100, that gives us 2.4 million in storage. And if we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I think that's what it was. Yeah. And then divide that by 250, because we're doing 250 per minute. That's 9,600. And if we do 9,600 divided by 60 to calculate the hours until it fills up, that's 160 hours of gameplay time where we'll be fine. And then we could just add another 100. And then once we get to phase 9, or tier 9, we can actually reprocess those into something that we can put in the awesome sink. Because if you didn't know, if you're new to the game, haven't made it this far, whatever, uranium waste cannot be disposed of. You can't delete it, you can't sink it, you can't do anything. You can't drop it, you can't do anything with it. It stays, it's permanent, unless you reprocess it later on and turn the uranium waste into, I think it's uranium fuel rods or something like that. I can't remember. I haven't been that far. This is going to be the furthest I've ever been in Satisfactory. And I'm super excited because I have everything planned out way better than my last playthrough, I guess you can call it. Even though I didn't play through it. I stopped at nuclear. But yeah, I just have everything a lot more planned out. And I learned a lot from the last time I tried to, you know, take on this undertaking. And we're going to try to avoid the mistakes I made in my last quote-unquote playthrough. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get started platforming these. We're going to have to start up there somehow. Or I guess I could just find the highest point, which looks like it's right here, honestly. And then I'm just going to platform. Basically turn all of this into one giant platform. And then I'll go up a couple walls and then do another platform. That way I can do belts underneath and stuff like I did at my main factory. Because this is probably going to be bigger than the main factory. Just these things right here. Let's go power. Oh, I haven't even unlocked it yet. We have to go back and unlock it. But they're massive. They're very, very huge. So we're going to need a lot of space. And building over here, we'll already have access to our iron node, or 2 iron nodes that we need. So we can just bring those directly above. And then I think there's more. I think that's copper right there. We do need 1 copper. And then we need limestone, sulfur, all that good stuff. But we'll figure that out after we unlock nuclear. Let's head back. All right. So first thing I want to do is grab my tickets. And then, oh, we're at 770. What's our lowest? 613 is our lowest right now. I don't know what's sinking, but hey, it's working for us. So that gives us 140 tickets to play with, and I don't have any stashed. But let's go ahead and unlock. I might have some supercomputers. I do not. Okay, fair enough. So we need to buy some supercomputers. I think those are supercomputers up there. Super. Yep. All right, and then that's only one stack I need. Can I click the button, please? Okay, there we go. And shut up.
Fix it as
Yep. All right. And then we need heavy modular frames, which I only need 4 stacks of those. Cable. I need all of those. And concrete. All right, let's do it.
Milestone reached. The nuclear power plant produces dangerous radioactive nuclear waste. Fix It reminds you that any extra limbs resulting from exposure to radiation are also contracted to work on project assembly. Fix It also reminds you that willful exposure to radiation will not result in any bonuses regardless of how many functional limbs it produces. Project part number 7, the magnetic field generator, should enter production as soon as possible. Any unnecessary delays will be noted.
And there you have it. Ada's cracking the whip. So now we have everything unlocked, which is great because now we have plutonium waste. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. We're not going to be able to do anything with the waste until phase 5. So, phase 4? Yeah, phase 4. Or phase 5, yeah, because we have to complete phase 4 to get to phase 5. Yeah, so we got a lot of work to do. And the reason I'm doing nuclear this week is because we need the power. So the power that we are going to generate from this is going to be 62,500, which should give us a nice little boost. And then after I get this done, I'm going to lay down a power augmenter, one of these bad boys. And you know what? I could probably drop it now. I don't see why not. Let's put it on the roof. It might look pretty cool up here. I actually don't know. Let's see. No, I meant to freeze it. There we go. Let's get it centered. That looks centered. I don't know. We'll just put it right there for now. And then I need to string some power over here. Okay, that looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we are going to... No, not power line. I need that. Well, outlet mark 1. I wasn't using that. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to make this independent power. I don't want it to be attached to my lights, which I did redo also. I deleted all the outside lights. It was just lagging me too hard, and I really wanted lights in my factory, so I spaced them out very evenly, and each row is powered separately. That way, if something happens or I have to move a light, only one row goes out instead of my entire grid. So, and then this... There. And then this needs to go and connect to it. So the power augmenter, it gives you a flat 500 megawatts of power, and then it also adds 10% power. So if you notice, it spiked up. So we were at roughly 19,000 to 20,000, and now we're pretty good. We're at like a flat, yeah, see how it's right there, and it's going up and down because of the I forget what they're called. I honestly forget. The thing that's on the geyser right here, geothermal generator, and we only have one of those, but yeah, it goes up and down and stuff. But I mean, that helps us out a little bit, and as our power increases, it'll continue to increase the output of this. It's a scalable power generator. And I could have placed it a long time ago, but I really wanted to keep my sloops, and I have every single sloop on the map. And I only have 8 left, which is not ideal, but I think we'll survive. I have this entire factory calculated without sloops, so we should be fine. And just to give you guys a sense of the sheer scale, why is my door not closing? Did I accidentally hit it? Why are you not closing? Is there a bean somewhere? No, I'm not seeing beans. Okay, whatever. But just to give you guys an idea of the scale of these, look at how massive that is. It's essentially the size of 2 of my factory sections. And we need 10 of these. Plus all the other, whatchamacallits, the machines. So yeah, we've got our work cut out for us. But let's head back over to the desert and start planning. So one of the good things about this, the silver lining, is everything I showed you in the Satisfactory modeler is based off of 1 uranium node. And we're probably going to end up putting a Mark III miner here too, because future-proof, you know? Got to future-proof it. So this is the one we're going to be using. I highlighted it. If you guys are wondering how I have that beam there, you just go to whatever node and then you can highlight. You know, you can stop the highlighting or highlight it. So I did it so when I'm out in the desert, I can see how far away I am from the node. Smart. Actually, a Mercer sphere. We're actually coming up to the end of Mercer spheres as well, but I think we're good. I don't understand why there's this many Mercer spheres in the game compared to summer sloops. Summer sloops should be, honestly, in my opinion, they should be as abundant as Mercer spheres, but it's whatever. Bro, how am I missing all of these Mercer spheres? I literally, there's one right there, and then I look up, and boom, there's another one. Like, how am I missing all of these? Probably because I don't search for them anymore. Like, I literally, when I go around and do, like, farming, I don't even look for them. I don't have my object scanner out because I don't need... There's another one. But I don't need summer sloops anymore, so I almost never have this out anymore. And to be honest, I could probably replace it with something else. I don't know. We'll worry about it later. But I'm going to go ahead and start platforming this. And I need it to go straight east. Probably just bring it along this way. Yeah, it looks like this is even with this. I just don't want to clip it through these rocks. And then we'll bring it over the waterfall. Yeah. Not going to show a lot of the platforming process. This is just platforms. This is just foundations. That's it. However, I am going to go ahead and buy some supercomputers. We'll do like 100 for now. Shut up, Ada. Are you going to talk every single time I purchase something? Just shut your yappa. All right. And then I do want to put some Mark III miners down here because, yeah, future-proof and all that good stuff. All right. Time to platform. All right. And it looks bad right now, but what I've been doing here is going architecture and doing frame foundations, which I could just put that on 4. And then essentially what I've been doing is just kind of like the train tracks. So I just do that to every freaking foundation, and it just makes it look good. I like it. And with these, you can actually, I don't know if I can, you can actually walk through them. So, pretty nice. It's just so hard to build above the water. If I drop in the water, then I lose my building status. All right, I'm gonna need some power for this. I think the swamps are over here. I could just continue the power from there. So that is what I'm gonna do. Another Mercer sphere. And another Mercer sphere. I'm almost done though. Like right there's the little bridge thingy. But we're gonna bring this over and I'm not gonna power the miner yet. I cannot power it, or else we're gonna run out of filters real fast. But I do want to just do up some basic power. Hey, no, not that. I need this. There we go. This is just so I can hover. Actually, I could probably start hovering now while I do this. Oh, it's so much better. So much better. And then about right there. Keeping an eye on my meter. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. So I came up with this idea because I don't want all of these metal or the frame foundations to go all the way down there. So I had this kind of idea. It might work, might not work. I don't know. Like that. Actually, I want this to be vertical. So basically, I want to build an inverted staircase and do something like this to kind of make it look like it's, you know, being structurally supported. And then this will go all the way down to there. I don't know. It might look good. Let's see. I mean, that's as good as that's gonna get, honestly. All right. So this is basically the spillover, because right down here is where the uranium will come from. And now I need to figure out where it's going to end. So I'm gonna have to platform all of this and then bring this belt down to connect it with the rest of the platforms. So we need to go down there. I need to find kind of the highest elevation. It honestly looks like that hill right there. Or I can just do it from the top right here. No, we'll go from bottom to top. And apologies for it being nighttime. I don't want to just take a break for, you know, 10 minutes or however long it is. But I'm sure you guys can see fine. I can see fine. Hopefully you guys can too. So yeah, I think right here is where we're gonna start. This is just the bottom layer of the factory. And then we're gonna do two, basically give you guys a rundown. So we'll go 1, 2, probably 3, honestly, because that'll give us so much more belt space. And then we can do another foundation right there. That'll give us a lot of belt space. Instead of having only 2 layers high, we can kind of do stuff like this. See, look, we have so many layers of belts that we could do. We're gonna need the space too, so but let me get rid of this. And then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and platform as much as humanly possible. I'm excited for this. Last time I tried building the nuclear power plants in the swamps, which ideally, or honestly, probably would have been smart, because the nearest uranium node is in the cave right here at the waterfall, or maybe it's like right here. But point is, it's in the swamp and not way the hell up here. But I think this will give us a pretty good basis. I might be able to just take the water from here and bring it over alongside the uranium and not have to worry about pumps, because gravity will do the work. Actually, I kind of want to go check that out. Let's go see. I don't know, we might. I don't think it's gonna be higher, because we would need the water to be higher than our factory out here, and it honestly looks like it's about even. So we might just have to take the water from over here, which is not a big deal. We only need 12 pipes, and technically we only need 11 pipes, but I like the even numbers, so we'll do a blueprint with 12 pipes. It'll probably be 4 across, 3 high, and once we get the blueprint made and stuff, piping all the water extractors out there, it'll take no time at all. That's probably one of the easiest parts of this project. Now it is foundation time. Also, one thing to note is, yes, in the beginning, all of this is going to be floaty. But once I get the shell of the factory down, I'm just going to wall all the way down to the ground. So it's going to be... it's gonna look good. Yeah, I'm very excited. Building is one of my favorite things to do in games like these, so it's nice to, you know, just chill, lay back. Like, in between clips, I would just watch YouTube videos. Wow. Like, I could actually have the YouTube videos playing now because the audio of my browser doesn't even go to OBS. So I could be listening to music or watching YouTube videos as I say this. But yeah, it's really chill. I just really love building. I'd like to believe I'm pretty decent at it, you know? I mean, I'm nothing spectacular. Like, I don't come up with any, like, genius ideas or anything like that. But give it time. Give it time. Question here is my concrete gonna keep up with me? It looks like I am net negative. So one thing I miss with not being able to use mods is my infinite zoop. So infinite zoop, if you don't know what that mod is, it is seriously such a goated, so good. Look at my concrete. Oh, this is gonna be a minute. But infinite zoop, you can actually draw boxes. So instead of just going a straight line, you can go 10 over, or you can go infinite, literally infinite. So if I wanted this to be 100 platforms wide, I can go all the way to 100, and then once I get there, I can expand out, and it just makes a big box. Kind of like on your desktop on Windows, when you draw a box over like the icons just to, you know, fidget. It's like that, but with zooping. It's amazing. It's seriously such a goated mod. All right, are we filling up? Oh my god. I'm gonna need I might do a few more dimensional depots just to, because we have so much foundations to do. I don't know. I'll just wait it out for now, and I'm sure I'll get annoyed to the point where I'm just gonna go ahead and slap some miners down on a bunch of stuff, or maybe even use this water and this limestone to just pump out just an absolute batshit crazy amount of concrete with the wet concrete. Actually, I might do that. Hold on.
A few moments later.
And we have our quick makeshift wet concrete farm. Now, what I'm gonna do here, just line up the dimensional depots. And I'm probably gonna split these as well, and then do even more dimensional depots. I think this will work. 6 dimensional depots for now. And that should give us, so if I go into concrete, so let's see how fast that, yeah, that's so much faster. Yeah, so, and if we need to, we can add more, but all right, back to it. So one thing I would actually do in my last playthrough when I was doing large foundations, I would just fill my inventory and then let this fill up again. That way, I just have a nice abundance of concrete, but we barely even got that far. It just goes to show how much concrete is gonna be used. I only did this box and ran out of concrete. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I have managed to get the uranium belt down here, and now I need to we're still expanding. But this is something I needed to measure out, so just wanted to show you guys. I just did the infinite lift height trick. And these I want to get rid of because I don't really need them. And then we'll do the architecture after we're complete, because I'm not sure if this is going to be the final layout. So, okay. Back to it. Okay, first round of foundations is complete. But that is only the beginning, because we need to bring this up 3 walls and do another layer. Kind of like this. That way we have a bunch of room that we can run belts with and rig up power and all that good stuff. And actually, power is going to be the next thing. So we're going to go ahead and do kind of like I did at the main factory. Do lines around the inside of the wall, probably about halfway up. And then since this is so big, I'm probably gonna go ahead and do like rows and connect the rows together and stuff like that. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So essentially what I'm doing, I'll just show you guys. So about halfway up, and I will probably add a lot of these if we're being honest. That way I have as many connections as I need and I don't have to worry about power. And we can hover while we start building the factory and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, and hopefully we can get started on the actual factory today. I do need to wall these and bring them all the way down. That way it doesn't look like it's floaty. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but on the inside of this, let me just go ahead and do this. I kind of made this like concaved. Just because I do plan on using this concrete. So this is, I think it's a full 780. So 400, 400. So that's 800. That's 1,040. So yeah, we would need to, I went ahead and tunneled this off to, I don't know. I want to try to pay attention to details in this run, or in this factory. So, but yeah, I do plan on using this. Lots of concrete, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to only use this as my concrete input. So we'll see though, we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff situated. I guess it doesn't really matter like how many I put. I might just do one every single foundation like that, and then just kind of do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, that does it for the wall outlets. Now I need to do ceiling outlets. Ugh. Once we get the power done though, it will be a lot easier. Once we get to building the actual machines and stuff like that, we won't have to worry about power. I wonder something though. Oh, come on. I was hoping that I can... I can't... What? Why can't I do the double wall? I want the double wall. That sucks. I know it's not a wall, but that connects. Why not these ones? So for these, I think I'm not gonna do every single wall or foundation. I think I'm gonna skip like 2 and then, you know, so, and I'm only going across, like from this wall to that wall. I don't have to do anything this way, so. Okay, we're gonna start, we'll go about 2 in, and then essentially we're just doing this. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but it's all right. And then we'll do 1, 2. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Skip 2 foundations. Yeah. All right, catch up with you guys in a sec. And power is now complete. I went ahead and marked off, like put a different foundation here. Well, unpainted. That way when I'm above, I know exactly what foundations have power. So that's gonna help us out huge. But now I want to get this building not floaty. So I'm debating on doing this or these. But if I do these, I'm gonna have to do it all over. I think I might just do walls. It'll be a lot quicker, more efficient, and hear it, fix it. You know what they say about efficiency. There's just really not a good way to make this look seamless, or that it, you know, goes to the ground. So I'm just gonna wall it. All right, it has been a hot minute, and we need a door. But I did the base, brought the walls all the way down, and I think it's time to start belting resources in. because I want to get all of the base resources, iron, copper, limestone, sulfur, all that good stuff. I already have quartz marked right here, so we're gonna have to, I'm thinking, just do a belt. It'll be a closed off belt, and I'll do kind of the same thing as like up there with the frame foundations. I went ahead and frame foundation to that, and that's what I'll do over here. I'll try to make it look neat and professional, but no promises. First, I need to see what level this is on, so let me go ahead and get in here. So that's pretty high up there, so trapped in a bunch of wildlife. So we got 1, 2, 3. So this right here is going to be the ground level. Oh no, it'll be right there. Okay, so I have to keep that in mind. So I'm thinking I am just going to foundation the quartz, make it flat, and then just kind of go around. I don't know how I want to do this. I'm gonna try to workshop something up. Keep hearing weird noises. Not used to building in the desert. I don't think I've ever built in the desert. I don't remember. Okay, foundations. Let's see. Let's go like this. That looks pretty good right there. Let's go ahead and it's all foundationed up. And I also want to delete this because, okay, there was a bug in 1.1 where when you deleted a highlighted marker, the highlight stayed. I'm glad they fixed that. I mean, it could have just been me as well, but let's go production. We don't even need a miner mark 2. Like, we need such little amount of silicon or whatever, that I think it's like 15 or something like that. 27.5. I'm looking at it now. That's all we need, so didn't even need that one. 8. But all right, I'm going to path this over, and then basically if it clips, I'll go back one and then change direction and try to line this up as best possible, especially missing this stuff, because we could use this water later on. Obviously, we're not going to be using it for this build, but oh man. Okay, so we're going to have to do ramps and stuff. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, this might be the perfect opportunity to grab this copper. Nah, we have copper underneath all the foundations and stuff. Have I been in this cave? I feel like I've been in here. Yeah, it looks like I've been in here. There's nothing in here. There would be something in there, right? So I think I'm just gonna skip over these nodes. That might be easier said than done though, because I do want to do frame foundations and oh, it actually lets me. All right, quartz is all belted up. Now I have to worry about all the rest of them. But this, I don't know if I want to belt that much. Like, that's just too long of a belt, in my opinion. I don't know, though. What do you guys think? So all this quartz, or the raw quartz, comes in here. And I think this is the first time I've ever used wall conveyor belt, or supports. And I kind of like these. But I have it going over here. And then once it gets to these rocks, I don't want it to clip, so I just put it up into a lift. And then it goes around, and it's in the same spot as the limestone. I almost forgot what I had coming in, or the pipes. That's what's coming in. All right. What's next? Well, details, of course. And it's kind of funny that this allows me to build on it, but the one-off, don't know where any are. But the one-off resources that you mine and like break, it doesn't allow you to do that. But this does. Ironic. But I'm finishing this up and then we will probably start on the copper and the iron, because that's going to be right at the base. I don't have to belt anything, you know, away from the base. Alrighty. So quartz is now actually complete. So we're going to head back, figure out what to do about the copper, and we already have the limestone. We will need iron. A lot of iron, actually. But I'm pretty sure we have 2 nodes under the factory, or the platforms. It's not a factory yet, but I think this looks pretty good. I might enclose the belt as well. Maybe light it up. I'm gonna be doing a lot of details in this build. Pretty excited. Okay, so we have iron right here, and we also have iron right here. No, this is copper. Is this iron? Yes. So this is iron, I think. Yeah, iron. Wait, is this iron? I didn't actually hover over it. That's copper. Perfect. That's actually so perfect, because we need 2 iron nodes. And then here's another copper. Dude, we have 2 copper, 2 iron. What else do we have over here? What's this? Looks like another iron. Oh, that it is. It's hard to see when it's getting dark. Like, the colors change and stuff. But I think that's all we have under here. Let me go ahead and get my hover pack out. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other nodes. Wait, this is... Oh, there's two nodes. But they're still the same thing. So that's iron, iron. Would it be over here? Nothing. So, the one other thing that I need is going to be sulfur. Because we're going to be making up some sulfuric acid. I believe it goes directly into the... whatchamacallit? The nuclear power plant. I think. Hold on. Nuclear power plant. Oh, wait. No, it needs to be... I don't even know. Nuclear... Or no, uranium waste. Aha, there we go. Alright. I'm confused. Why does the nuclear power plant not show up right here? Because the nuclear power plant, its byproduct is uranium waste. I'm so confused. I guess it just doesn't work with the nuclear power plants. So, it's fine though. But we need this. And... okay. Just trying to double check stuff. Like, it's really weird that it's not showing. So, let's see. Sulfuric acid. It doesn't even show up on here. Oh, wait, never mind. The nuclear power plants, they don't create sulfuric acid. Okay, I don't know, but we need to find some sulfur. Please be close. Please be close. Closer than this. Come on, man. Oh, every second is so painful. I mean, that's not too far away. This one's even closer. So I guess we'll just mark these real quick. We'll just apply. And apply. Okay, so we're just gonna go straight east. Go check this one out. All right, so this one might not be that great. Of course, I could just train it over. Think of a train going in between these rocks and crevices and stuff. How sick would that look? That would look so cool. Okay, there it is. Alright, let's do a little bit of scoutage. That's really far away. That's really, really far away. Okay, so that's a possibility. Let's go check the other one. This one's actually way closer though. So we might just work with this one. Just really hoping it's not up high. If it's ground level, that would be super ideal. Because it would just be way easier to belt it. Because I don't think I'm gonna do like a train or truck or anything like that. And drones, it's just not worth it for just one resource, you know? I know I did it with the other ones, but... Oh no, this one's a ways away too. Yeah, this one's not even in the desert anymore. This is in like the desert or rocky plateau or rocky desert or something like that. It's probably right up here. Nope, just kidding. Something important might be up here though. It's usually indicated by these little poison things. Buttload of oil. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, don't tell me you're up here. I mean, I guess I could just look at the map. Ooh, it might be ground level. It is ground level. Okay, that changes things. I think I might train it. Let me check how much sulfur I'm actually gonna need. All right, so we're gonna need only 600. Well, no, that's not true because I just have these maxed out. Like I don't connect these because if I were to connect these, bad things happen. So like all of these even numbers would turn into like decimals and stuff like that, and I don't want that. So wait. I have a looping sulfur. That's weird. Okay, so 400 is what I need, not 600. At least I don't think. Yeah, I think it's just 400. So is it worth the train though? I could do it with drones. I could do it with the drone. That would be pretty easy to do. I can just keep it maxed out, put a Mark III down, just overclock the crap out of it, well, till 780, have 2 drones on that line to make sure that this is staying full, because this is going to be our new power grid. So if we don't get it right, then we lose power in potentially our entire factory. So yeah, I think I'm just going to drone it. And I think the best location for the drone is going to be right here because it's higher up. I don't have to worry about any crazy stuff like rocks, cliffs, plateaus, or anything like that. So we're going to head over to that one. And since we have decided on that one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick the drone icon. Infinite, large, highlight, boom. And then this one, we are just going to trash. All right, let's head over there. However, I was just thinking of pipes as well. I could do a pipe highway from over here and then just pick up the sulfur on the way with... I just don't want it to look ugly. That's it. I just don't want belts, ugly belts going across the terrain. I wonder if I could fit 12 water extractors here. If I could fit 12 water extractors in this little lake, just to start off the nuclear power plant, then I might just do that. And then just go with the drones for that over there. Dude, it is actually gonna work. Oh, that's awesome, actually. So we would need to get a belt highway over here. Okay, so we're gonna do drones. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do... Well, I should probably test it out, right? Make sure that's straight. Make sure I come out as far as possible. Oh, come on, man. Actually, let's come out one more. Just so we know for sure we're not gonna... So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. No shot. I was not expecting this to actually fit. That's 5, 6, and then we'll go like this. Just to simulate. This might actually work. 3, 4, 5. It works. I don't know how that's deep enough, but it works. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. All right. So So I'm gonna go over to that node. We're gonna set up a little platform. I should probably run some power over there too while I'm thinking of it. Power secured. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and remove this marker and get started. We're gonna have to platform this real quick, and we're just putting a drone station and then another drone station over there. That's all. So first up, I'm gonna need some platforms, and then we need to place the miner. Then of course we need to slap down a bunch more foundations, and then we need to get the drone ports down. And since we, oh, actually I need to put down the industrial storages first because we need a buffer. We're gonna need the buffer. And then transport drones. I am gonna need some fuel in here too, so I'm thinking, do we have any coal nearby? I just power it with coal. Screw it. I know there's coal around here, like very close. Boom. Like I said, honestly, I kind of want to take from the shorelines. So these ones over here just seems like the most plausible because the fuel thing is right here. So let's see if I can, like, I don't know, maybe workshop something up. Okay, that's pretty perfect. That's pretty perfect. Alrighty, fuel has been checked off the list, so now our drones will actually run. So I guess we just hook this stuff up. No power. Why no power? Wait, do I already have some? Okay, I wasn't sure if I already had it hooked up. Okay, and this we are going balls to the wall, baby. Actually, I could probably, I think the Mark III is 780, right? Logistics. Yeah, 780. I had to be sure. 780. Okay, so we don't need this one. Cool. And then this will go in there, and now I need to go and do the other drone ports. So I'll show you guys around real quick. So I did some architecture. I didn't want these to go all the way down. So I just did this little like slant thing, made it look like it was going into the cliff. I did not do the other side. Oop. Forgot to grab that. I think it looks fine like this. I think that would provide enough support for this side. So, and these are like in the cliff and stuff like that. So, and then this little arch, I also didn't want to go down. So I just did a couple angle foundation frames, and it's pretty much the same all over. Right here, I went all the way down. So if you have a good eye, you'll notice I'm not going this way. This is the way I was going before. I decided to just go along the tops of the plateaus because it just made more sense and looked less ugly. And then right here, I did kind of the same thing. Brought this out, made it kind of look structurally sound. I don't know. What is that? Is this a lizard doggo? Nope, that's a rock. I'm trying to look around to see what would be the best place for this drone port. And I think we're just gonna do it on this corner. There's power right here. Well, there's power everywhere here. But yeah, I think this will be a good spot. So I'm gonna do it a little differently though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of align this how I want it to be. So we're gonna go ahead and do nudging, and we're gonna come over here and nudge this way, and then we're gonna nudge it down. Oh yeah. Okay, that's too much. No, I accidentally hit Q. There we go. It looks lovely, except for this part. Maybe I should just do away with that one. Ooh, this actually is gonna look good, dude. Like, oh, that looks so sick. Okay, now the question is, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do away with these, Alright, so right here is where I have to start. So I have to take out the foundations, then place the, whatchamacallit, the drone port. And actually, I'll just keep it undone like that, and just for the sake of not really clipping, I wanna reconnect that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Redo it. So we need drone port. Get this all nudged over. Please don't say uneven. Please don't say uneven. Perfect. And just like that, we have a nice drone port. It's nice and integrated with the floor, or the floor level, ground level. I don't know what you want to call it. But once we enclose this place, this will be something that stays open. I have some ideas about the architecture of all this, but we have to get all the nuclear facilities up and everything first before I start working on walls, windows, and stuff like that. So that will be in the final stages of this, but we're gonna go ahead and power this up. Actually, it'll probably be, because the connection point's over there, so probably this one. Let's see. Dude. Oh, I thought it was perfectly lined up. It's fine. You can't really see it, so we good. So we got this powered. This is going to be, what should I name this? Sulfur inbound. I'm gonna put nuclear. I'm just gonna say nuclear sulfur inbound. And then we'll go ahead and place the drone. And then I need to go grab some coal and place the other drone. Oh, I forgot to connect these to power as well. Maybe we could just daisy chain it. Why not, you know? All right, so this is gonna have fuel. Why is the fuel not going? I guess I have to get a, wait. This should be filling up. Oh my God. It doesn't do coal. That sucks so bad. All right. I just wasted so much time. We'll keep this just in case we need it, like, in there. Frick! It's an easy solution, but it is gonna take a bit of time. Unfortunately. Essentially, what I want to do is get another one of these down. And then we need to get some turbo fuel over here. That sucks so much. Actually, I might be able to do rocket fuel, because I'm pretty sure rocket fuel... I hate when it does that. It's not gonna tell me. Why doesn't it tell me? Like, how am I supposed to choose my fuel? We'll just do turbo fuel. Screw it. So let's go ahead and connect this. And then this will be our fuel delivery. It sucks so much. I thought they could run on coal. I just assumed, since the trucks could run on coal, that I can bring coal over here. I should have checked that first. Damn it. Well, let's get this labeled up first. I was about to go over there, but let's get this labeled up. So this is going to be nuclear fuel. No. Turbo fuel. And this is going to be inbound. Okay. Now we have to head over to the base. The main base, the factory. Could probably trim this fat too, but I'm not going to because of all of this stuff. Oh, brother. I haven't been back here all freaking day. It's kind of weird. It's about to get dark too, unfortunately. All right, so one of these needs to be our fuel delivery. And what better one than this? Paste. And paste. And then I need to change this to outbound. There we go. Nope. Thought I had to enter to confirm. Okay. Actually, this is going to be nuclear fuel. Nuclear T fuel. I'll spell it out. Aw, man. I can't spell it out. Or else it goes to a separate line. Okay. So, this would be pretty easy. So, we just need... a splitter on this one. That should be going in. Everything's already powered, so we good. I don't know if I need that much, though. It'll be fine, though. I'm not really worried about it. All right, let's get back up. Where's that hole? Nuclear turbo fuel outbound. And then we'll go ahead and... Did I toss the drone down here? I did. Okay. Because, yeah, drone ports. Okay. I'm going to need another drone port, I think. No. We already got the drone port over there. So I did not do the drone on this port over here, which is fine. But we will go ahead and toss this drone down here. And then we're good. This port. And then this one will go... I'm not going to select it right now. Nuclear turbo fuel inbound. Okay. Because we'll change it when we get back over there. So we need to get back over to the desert. And this will probably be the last thing that we do. Once we get the drones up and running, confirmed that they are good to go, we'll probably wrap the episode up. And then the next episode will continue everything. Next episode, I kind of want to focus on getting the actual machines up and running. So I'll have to do sections, kind of like how I did in my main factory. And we might need to expand even more. Because I don't know if this is going to be enough space for 10 nuclear power plants, crazy amount of constructors, smelters, all that good stuff. I don't know if this is going to be enough space. But it's a good start. And I've purposely made sure that I have tons of room to expand that way, tons of room to expand this way. So we have no shortage of space. But let's head over here and get this drone port set up. And then once we have some fuel, actually I could probably go ahead and just get the fuel going now. So, because I could just take from my dimensional depot, which I unpinned my turbo fuel. There it is. So we'll go ahead and do that. And, oh, I already had a bunch of turbo fuel. Okay. I mean, where the hell is that going? Oh, I forgot. This is the one we needed. All right. So let's go ahead and get this drone up and running. And actually, we'll do the fuel one first. So let's get a drone going here. And then this one is going to go to nuclear turbo fuel. Actually, let's go nuclear turbo fuel outbound. And then inbound. So they should start doing a bunch of fuel. We're good to go there. And then same thing with this one. This is going to be sulfur or nuclear sulfur. And then outbound. And then we should be able to do nuclear sulfur inbound. And then outbound. I forgot to lay a drone. There we go. And it should start. Cool. So we got our sulfur. Let's head back and see if everything's running all right. And there that goes. Just heading right over there. Can I hitch a ride with you? No! Hey! Is this something I said? He's just waiting his turn. Not enough fuel. Not enough fuel. I need fuel here too. No, because it'll go to the other one. Okay, that's fine. I thought I had some in my inventory. Turbo fuel. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Go. Go. Yo, look at this. And it goes down here. Oh, that's so cool. Can I, like, connect another ladder to that? That worked out so good. I'm gonna get this to work. Is this it? Nope. Nope. Yup. No way. Is that actually gonna work? Cause that would be sick. I mean, it looks lined up. Oh, bring it down here. Oh, it works. Oh, it works. That's awesome. Cool. So we have like a little pathway down here. I don't have to do any holes or anything. But let's go ahead and see what we can do about this. Okay, so we got our sulfur. And everything seems to be working wonderfully. Oh yeah. So in the next episode, I do want to start getting some production down. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This thing. See, look how massive these are. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we might actually have plenty. This might be plenty of space. Now, my end goal is not just 10 nuclear power plants. This is an all pure world. We're going big with nuclear. This is just the beginning. Just to get us started in doing the elevator parts up in the upper right-hand corner. We just need that power, because particle accelerators are like 20,000 power or something like that. So we might even need to expand this before we start the elevator. So I'm going to be building this with a lot of expansion in mind, like unfathomable amounts of expansion. So stay tuned for that. That'll be out in 2 days. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel way more than you know. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I have a link for that down in the description, as well as a link to Discord if you feel like joining that. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means the world to me, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.